How's it going, guys? Simple Duck here, and today I want to share with you my new Magicka Nightblade build for patch 2.1 here, the Imperial City. This build is very good at ranged magic damage, melee magic damage, and it's also an amazing PvP support build. So let's go ahead and dive right into it here. And we'll start off with my first bar here. So my number one ability, my main DPS right here, Funnel Health. The reason I'm using Funnel Health over Swallow Soul, because mainly I play in a duo. I play with me and my friend Zero Maz. Funnel Health is going to keep the heal on both of us instead of just a little bit of an increase for myself. So, you know, I'm trying not to be stingy. I'm spreading the love a little bit here. Funnel Health, great damage, great heal, and it keeps you at range. Keeps you at range, which is huge. I love being able to stay at range. And I'll get into why this is hitting so hard here in a little bit, but you can see it deals just shy of 5,900 magic damage here on the tooltip. Low casting cost, which is incredible. So this is kind of the bread and butter of this build here. The second ability, Crippling Grasp. This is kind of an important ability, I feel like, for Magicka Nightblade. Like, you have to have this. I know a lot of people that don't run it, and I don't know. I feel like, at least for my playstyles, if you're gonna try and play at range, you have to have this. Number one, it's a great dot. It deals almost 2k magic damage right off the bat, and then it also, as soon as it hits them, 1.5 second root, which, holy crap, nobody can get away from you. You can use it, especially here in the Imperial City, and you'll see in some of the clips, you can use that to your advantage when somebody has mobs on them and they're trying to run away. Hit them with that. Hit them with the cripple, get that root on them, the mobs will catch them, slow them down, beat on them for you. It's amazing. Plus, you get the Major Expedition buff, so it's going to increase your move speed, slow their move speed. It's a dot, it's a root. What else do you need? This is such an incredible ability. Crippling Grasp, definitely an amazing number 2 ability here. Number 3, Dark Cloak. It's Dark Cloak. I mean, unless you're brand new to the game, you don't know what it does. It's a vanish, removes dots from you. As a Magicka Nightblade, this is how you live. Number 4 here is Concealed Weapon. There's a couple of reasons why this is on the bar. I actually was running Entropy here, and my buddy Zero Maz was looking at it, and with Entropy you get the 8% increased health on this bar, which is nice. You also get the 20% spell power buff, as well as Might of the Guild. So Entropy is an amazing ability, and you can run that here if you want. But I was running it, and my buddy Zero Maz was noticing that I was getting killed in the sewers a lot when we were trying to escape. If we would turn the corner, or if we were in the middle of a fight and a big group came up on us, you know, we run into one of those Zergs down in the sewer that's going to kill Molag Bal. He would escape, and I was having a ton of trouble. So he told me to just put this back on the bar, give up Entropy, and you're going to lose that 20% damage, spell damage, but you're going to get all that movement speed and stealth. Plus, the big downside to this build, running Funnel Health as your main damage, is that against a Magicka DK with Reflect, or against Sword and Shield, when they can Reflect, you don't really have much that you can do. So Concealed Weapon not only gives you the movement speed, but it also gives you a second offensive ability that you can use against people like a Magicka DK who Swallow Soul or Funnel Health just aren't going to work against. So again, you'll see in some of these clips just how quickly you can move around with Concealed Weapon, Cloaking, and the Major Expedition buff. It's incredible how fast you go, and that movement speed is the key to winning a lot of fights, believe it or not. So like I said, you can run Entropy in this spot if you want, but I've converted. My buddy got me. I've converted. Concealed Weapon is the way to go for me now. Number 5 ability, and this is on both bars actually. My number 5 ability is Inner Light. super cheap to put it on, but it's a toggle, so you put it on and forget about it. It's going to increase your max Magicka by 5%. It's also going to give you 10% crit chance. 10% crit chance. So that is... Whoa. That's huge, man. That is absolutely huge. The increase in damage that you get just from that is actually pretty nice. I mean, I'll show it to you here on funnel health. So I'm at 5872. Take that down. 5719. So I mean, you're looking at what, 160, 170, somewhere in there. And I'm not doing math on the fly here while I'm recording, but I mean, the difference in the damage is it's a significant bump in damage. So you're not losing all that damage from dropping entropy. It's a significant boost in damage, plus you're getting that crit. And as a Nightblade, let me see where it is here. I think it's right here. As a Nightblade, you get 10% increased crit rating. Or I'm sorry, 10% increased crit damage. So the extra crit chance is actually very beneficial for you as a Nightblade. And this passive, by the way, is only good, as it says, with an assassination ability slotted. So that brings us to our ultimate, which is Soul Harvest, the ultimate from the assassination line. I'm running that for a couple of reasons. Number one, it costs 50 ultimate. 50 ultimate. That's nothing. You can make 50 ultimate in a few seconds. So hit him with that, and look at the damage on it. 10,450. And if you're running entropy, when I was running entropy, that was close to 13,000. I mean, it's ridiculous. I've actually hit people crits on players, so you're getting the 50% damage nerf. Crits on players for close to 10k. I mean, it's absolutely insane. It's also, like I said, it's up every few seconds, and it gives you 20% increased damage against that target. It also causes Major Defile, which it's a healing debuff against them, so they're going to take 30% less healing. So hit somebody with that, especially if they're at about 50% health. Hit them with this and just go to town on them. They're not going to be able to survive with the 30% reduced healing and your 20% extra damage. It's too much for most people. So Soul Harvest. Oh, you also get the 10 extra ultimate each time you kill somebody. It cannot be a kill with Soul Harvest. It's got to be a kill with something else. But it's a kill is a kill, right? As long as they die to one of your abilities instead of Soul Harvest, you get that extra 10 ultimate, and it only costs 50. So, I mean, come on, you can get this up all the time. All right, enough of that. Let's move on to our second bar here. Second bar is our defensive bar. So we're gonna start off with double take. This is the 20% dodge chance, 26 seconds. It also gives you major expedition. So if you're trying to run, if you're trying to get out of a fight, this is where the concealed weapon thing comes in. If I can't get cripple on somebody, I've got concealed weapon. If I cloak and I pop this, for the first 4 seconds, I get 40% movement speed. That 40% stacks with this 25%. So I'm at 65% movement speed while I'm invisible. That's incredible. Second ability here, Blessing of Restoration. I know a ton of people, and probably the majority of PvP players, would have Healing Ward right here. And I will be honest, I used to run Healing Ward. This patch, I've decided to get away from it, and I'm using Blessing of Restoration. There's a couple of reasons why. Number one, Blessing of Restoration will heal both me and my duo partner at the same time. Healing Ward will not. Healing Ward is very difficult to use if you're playing as the support person in a duo. It's just not a good healing ability for if you're responsible for healing 2 people. This one will let me heal myself and Zero Maz at the same time. It's a great heal. I mean, look at it. It's almost a 7k heal right there. 6846. It also gives you physical and spell resistance for almost 1,000 for 15 seconds. So you hit that and you're gonna get a little bit more tanky. Your partner's gonna get more tanky. It's just so good. And a lot of times what I'll do is I'll swap to this bar, I'll cast this a couple times, get the health up, and if they're just staying on me like crazy, we'll move over here. Mass Hysteria. This is your fear. Fears 3 enemies for 4.5 seconds. Afterwards, for another 4 seconds after, they're at 53% movement speed, and they also have 15% reduced damage done. So this is a really nice snare, debuff, and CC, but it works so well in conjunction with this heal. If you got guys on you, pop this, hit that, and this is going to top you off in a hurry. Then all you gotta do is swap back Cloak and move on. It also stops you from having to deal with the Shield Breaker set. Like I said, a lot of people run Healing Ward, and they're running into people with Shield Breaker, and people with Shield Breaker are destroying them. Blessing and Restoration gets you away from that. It gives you a nice, reliable heal for yourself and your partner, and it works well along with your CC, so that's my pick. Mass Hysteria we've already gone over, so I will kind of skip over that. Piercing Mark. This is going to mark your target. It drops their armor and their spell resist by almost 5,300 for 30 seconds. It also makes it so that they can't stealth. Cloak, nothing. If they do, you can see them and pop them right back out. When you kill them, you also get a heal for 41% of your max health. So if you're in an outnumbered fight, put this on a target, stay on that target. You got to stay consistent. Just CC everybody and stay on your one target. Even if you get low, finish that target off. You're going to get a massive heal from this, and then you can move on. The ultimate is Soul Tether. I went with Soul Tether for a couple reasons. Number one, it's nice if I've got a bunch of people beating on me to be able to throw this out there, do good damage, have a nice little dot, and the heal from it. It also will stun them off of me, so it's going to force them to CC break. It gives a nice synergy for my partner to use that will heal him, but most importantly, it stuns them off of me. I love that. Stun them off and then do whatever I need to do. It'll give me a second to breathe, get my health back, jump into Cloak if I need to. It also wastes their stamina. The biggest reason this is here, not just because it's a good ultimate that's fairly inexpensive, but the biggest reason it's here is because on this back bar I needed a siphoning ability. You can see there's no siphoning on here. None. No siphoning abilities. So you need that siphoning ability for the passive Magicka Flood. Increase max Magicka 8% while siphoning ability slotted. The ultimate counts for that, so that's the biggest reason why it's there. Alright, so I want to take a minute here and get into the gear. The gear is going to kind of go hand in hand with some of the abilities too. Everything in this build synergizes really well. So first thing I have is my crafted set. I'm using Magnus Gift. Only running 4 pieces of it. I know some people run this set, they do 5 pieces for that 8% chance to negate the Magicka cost. But I am only running 4 pieces at the moment. Magicka Recovery and Spell Damage. And I'm running them, what I have is all the main pieces basically. I have the robe, the head, and the legs. And then my weapons. So on the body pieces, the robe, the head, and the legs, I'm running Infused, and I have the Magicka Enchants. You want to boost up your Magicka as high as you can with this build. Spell damage is nice, but max Magicka is really where it's at with this. And I'll get to my stats here in a second, but Infused on the big pieces, Magicka Enchants. My other pieces are all Phoenix. I'm running 4 pieces of the Phoenix. Again, same exact bonuses. Max Magicka, Magicka Recovery, and Spell Damage. And I'm also running the Phoenix pieces all Impenetrable. So they cost, they're 10,000 Telvar stones each. Takes a little bit of time, but honestly they're really easy to get. And I'm using Impenetrable because you get that 250 resistance to crits. So as people with high DPS are attacking you, their crits are not going to do as much damage. I know a lot of people that run Divines, and Divines is great. If you're looking for a little bit more damage output and you're running something like the Apprentice Stone, Divines is great. If you need more regen and you're running the Atronach, again, Divines is great. Me personally, my stats are fine. I'm happy with where they're at, and I'm loving the tankiness that the Impen gives me. Now this weapon, the Destro Staff, this Destro Staff is really important to this build. I have the Magnus Inferno Staff, so you gotta have fire, because fire you get fully charged heavy fire attacks deal 12% more damage. You're gonna be throwing fully charged heavy attacks a lot with this build. Go into Cloak, charge it up and launch it. It's gonna be really good. You're gonna hit really hard with that. So yeah, Fire Staff, very important. Make sure it is fire. I've seen some people run with the Frost for the damage shield. It's not that good in my opinion. I've seen a lot of people recently running Lightning, and it's decent now that they've made it so it can crit. Does good damage, but I like being able to cloak and wind it up. So going back to the staff again, I'm being attacked up here. Go back to the staff. I run it with Nirnhound. You get the 18% spell resistance and spell penetration. That's the key, spell penetration. That's what this build revolves around here, okay? So I'm going to show you this here. So we've got 18% spell pen here. If we go into our armor, light armor, we get right here, increased spell pen there. We get more spell pen from this. We're stacking a ton of spell pen. People wearing heavy armor, I hit them probably just as hard, if not harder, than people wearing medium or light, because I have all these percentage bases to it. And I'll show you in the champ points, I also have a little bit in there, but I've got 18% on my weapon there. That is huge. You're gonna need that. Resto Staff, again, it's Magnus, but on the defensive bar, I decided to go with defending. You lose a little bit on the spell resistance, but you're picking up armor. For the most part, the majority of people in this game right now are running stamina builds, so the extra armor from that is going to help out a bit, so I went with defending here. I am also running 3 pieces of the willpower jewelry. Right now I've got 1 here in recovery, and then 2 that have reduced spell cost. I'm actually going to be changing at least one of these. I want recovery again. I actually had 2 recovery, and I changed it this morning, and I don't like it. So I'm gonna have 3 pieces of willpower jewelry, all arcane there, but I'm gonna have reduced spell cost, and then Magicka recovery. So that's what you want to go with there. Now let me show you the stats. Alright, let's jump into champ points real quick. As you'll see, I do not have many. Actually, I'm at 202, so I don't have much. There's so many people that have way more than me. But let's start here on the steed. I know a lot of people throw a ton of points into resistant. I don't. I have 1 point in it just because, but I don't need it because I'm running all the impen gear. I feel just fine without the extra resistant points, so I skip that. I got 1 point in it just because, but you can take that out if you want, or you can put it in. It's up to you. Whatever you feel like you're lacking in is kind of how you need to distribute these points. There's no set way to do it. I'm just going to show you how I do it, and you can go from there. The lady, I've got 27 in hardy, so I'm sitting at 10% resistance to poison, disease, magic. Elemental defender, it'll help you against like Sorks, people running Destro Staff. I don't really find it that necessary, so I skipped it. Alright, this is where this build's going to differ from most other people. I've got 40 here in quick recovery. This is increasing healing effectiveness. So this is my healing received. So my funnel health heal, my blessing of protection heal, any healing that I receive, even if it's my buddy's vigor, this is going to help increase that heal. So quick recovery is the way to go. Most people would be putting it in Bastion because they are running the bubble. I'm not running a bubble, so it's all here. It's all right there. I've got 29 in Magician right now. I'm going to put a few more points in it. I want to get that up to at least 8%. If I can get that to 8%, then I'm happy. That's basically, if you have 8%, it's like having the Seducer 5-piece. So that's kind of what I want there. In the Lover, everything goes into Arcanist. Everything goes to Arcanist. Increase Magicka recovery. I need as much Magicka recovery as I can get. So, and if you do those in Chance, you're actually going to get more towards that with this. So, yeah. Arcanist. You don't really need Mooncalf unless you have a ton of points. And then the Shadow, I have 0 points. If you have a lot of points, you can go ahead and put some into Tumbling, but that's probably about it. Alright, so the Apprentice. In the Apprentice tree, what you want to go for is Spell Precision, increases your crit rating by 12%. That is an incredibly important one. So you need 30 points in order to unlock that. I've got 20 points here in Elfborn, increases damage and healing dealt by crits. So any heal crits that you get, any damage crits that you get, an extra 8% there on top of the 10% that you get from being a Nightblade. Nice passive buff there. Spell Erosion. I put some in that, just an extra 5% spell pen. That 5% stacks up with your Nirnhoned 18%, and then that gets put on top of your light armor and your mark, and it's crazy. It's crazy. So just a few points, 10 points there, just to grab 5% out of that. You can put more if you want, but 5% feels pretty good to me. And then the 20 points there. The Atronach, skip it unless you have a ton of points again. But basically, you want to get your 30 points into the Apprentice and then put everything else here. Me, like I said, I don't have a lot of points, so it's still sitting pretty low. I'm at 12.5% extra damage, and this increases all the damage we're doing. Everything we're doing is magic damage, so it's all buffed by this. Hopefully this build will help some of you guys, and you guys will enjoy playing it. That's all I got for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. And until next time, take it easy.